Hello, it's Urenton again, and this time I'm back with another SK list, another road match list, and this time we are going to the most popular band in the nation, at least when I was growing up. I don't know if that's the same now. The little boys have risen, and apparently they have the crowns, and apparently they're more popular. And they're also more popular with the kids, so they have the future, so you know. Yeah! But we're here with another road match video, this time featuring the Nu Vybes Band International, also known as the Sugar Band. And as y'all know, if you haven't watched my first road match video, I'm a Masters fan. And I respect the Nu Vybes Band. I have feelings around specific member of Nu Vybes Band, but you know, it is what it is. You know? Today, we're here to celebrate the 5 road match titles that Nu Vybes has managed to obtain. And yes, there should be more. There definitely should be more. There are a couple ones that I honestly do feel really bad about for them, that they didn't manage to cinch. There's 3 in particular I do feel really bad for them for, but you know, it's life. It's life in a country where our road match criteria has been very interesting over the years. So, with that being said, we're going to start off in a very similar vein as to how the Grandmasters list started out. We're going to start off with Nu Vybes' very first road match, Hands Signal. And I'll say this, I like the song. I like all of the songs on this list. In fact, Grandmasters has 11 road matches, and they were only hard to rank once I got to like the top 5-ish. Well, it was hard to rank when I got to like top 8, but Nu Vybes' entire list is hard to rank. This is the easiest song to rank in the entire list. Everything else feels so, I don't want to say similar, but it feels like they're on a very specific level that is so hard for me to rate them properly. To the point where I can say this list changed more than my Grandmasters list. Like, I have been trying desperately to figure out, okay, what's 1, what's 2, what's 3, what's 4, what's 5, you know. I've been trying hard to figure it out, and it took a while, but I finally came up with what I think is my personal definitive Nu Vybes Band top 5, well, all 5 ranking of their road match. And here we go, number 5, Hand Signal. Also mention if you copyright me for people, sugar, me vex with you. Okay, let's go.
Hand Signal jump.
Woo! Alright then, Nu Vybes. Strong start, very strong start. Honestly, this next one, I'm not going front. This part of the list is actually legitimately the hardest part. So originally in my intro I said, you know, the whole list was hard. I lied slightly about that. Cause while the whole list is kinda hard, this list is very how should I put it? Ranking from 4 to 2 has never been more difficult in any list, if I'm going to be honest. With the Grandmasters list, I already knew from the get-go what number 4, number 3, number 2, and what number 1 were going to be. It was very much my personal list, and it was very easy to get to that point. The only thing that shifted was number 4. Number 4 was not always at number 4. It was lower at one point, and then it rose up a little bit. But yeah, that was the only difference there. With this list though, number 4 has shifted around, and the last time I made this one was at number 2. And before that, I feel like I had this one steadily at number 2 for so long. And then I was like, you know what? Let me listen to them again. Let me listen to them one more. I just don't listen to them again. And I feel like this is really a step up from a lot of the other songs that Nu Vybes put out, you know. it was a step up from their first road match for sure. And it was definitely a step up for the Nu Vybes Band. But Step Up is not number 2 on this list anymore, because Step Up is our next song at number 4. Step Up. Alright, like I said, this list is hard to rank, and after that one there, we go right into the next one, which I know will see this. Ranking this song is the one that threw the biggest wrench into every single one of how I wanted to rank this and how I could be thinking. This one was just the biggest wrench in everything. Because I sit down and listen to hand signal, yes, hand signal is sweet, yeah. And then I sit down and I listen to this, and listen to the next one, listen to the next one, listen to all of them, and I was like, oh wow, this is kind of, ooh. Remember when I said I had to step up at number 2 for the longest? Well, I had this at number 2 for the longest too, you know. This one was at number 2 for the longest. Because I'm like, oh my god, I love this one. I love this song. I legitimately love this song. The more I listen to it, the more I fell in love with it, and the more I'm like, oh my god. Okay. Personal bias aside, I'm trying to be objective. But this one here was legitimately blowing me away. And I don't know how else to put it, y'all. This song to me is truly what made Nu Vybes. Like, everyone gonna, you got an Indian chant, into hand signal, and all them deal. To me, listening to everything, this is what made the Nu Vybes Band back in the day. This specific sound, this here, whew, this is when Nu Vybes became Nu Vybes, as far as I'm concerned. I know people go back, but what about Indian chants? I'm like, yeah, them just sweet, don't get me wrong, but street style is something else, and has become somewhat of a personal favorite while trying to make this video. And that is why it's so hard, because it is such a personal favorite to me right now that I can actively say I probably like this song more than the rest of the songs on this list. But I want to be as objective as I possibly can. And of course, this is still a subjective list, but I want to try to be as objective as possible. So I took down the time, I listened to them, and even though it's very, very slight between this and other songs on the list, I have to give number 3 to Street Style. There we go.
Give me rhythm and mash up the place, man. As when I mix up the jump and tip and sound, I'm gonna get the boy.
I wanna jump up in style, Nu Vybes Street Style. Look how the people. Again, I don't say that was my favorite, okay? Okay? Oh, and that's not gonna line up at all with how I put in music, but anyway. Oh god, I feel so bad ranking that at 3. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt. Anyway, let's move on to the top 2. Nu Vybes has 2 road match songs for me. One of these songs they said would be sweet until 2020, and one of these songs is hailed as the most popular soca song out of St.kitts and Nevis. Now, bias aside, because again, I'm very biased towards my band and towards a lot of the other things, I have to hard disagree with anyone who's still making this claim that People Sugar is the most popular song of the St.kitts. That's not a thing anymore, and I'm sorry to say. I understand when Marquis made his video, that was probably still not true at that point in time. It's very clear the most popular soca song out of St.kitts and Nevis right now, and probably will continue to be that until that same artist probably makes something else because he has broken out of the bubble, is probably Bucket Second by Akai. Okay? Let's Bucket Second. Alright? I don't want to admit that. I don't like to admit that. But the most popular song out of St.kitts and Nevis is Bucket Second. However, You could still probably hold the title of the most popular band song, even if I feel outside. I should probably have that right now. But hey, I like Sugar Ant, and I wanted more Sugar Ant. I said the sugar song so sweet, I want more and more. The sugar song so sweet, then they went to sing another song, near more sugar right after. The next year, they actually went and make more sugar. I said people sugar so sweet, I want more sugar. I said people sugar so sweet that they got to make another album. And I said people sugar so sweet that Nu Vybes actually got on the market when they don't upload nothing to anything, to the point where I might actually get copyright strike for putting this song in my video. You understand that? All of that? Yes. Alright then. All is writing to say, People Sugar is your number 2 song on this list. And yes, my bias is showing. Yes, I'm somewhat putting it down before I put it up. But this song was definitely not my pick for Road Dash that year. If you already know, it was Sugar versus Water. And I like Water. Even though I think both of them was unfair with each other. They were both great songs. Sugar just happened to come out on top, and Sugar just ended up going great, and Sugar was going awesome. And Nu Vybes did a lot for them. Like this band, this song, Street Style is what defined Nu Vybes for me. Sugar is what defined Nu Vybes for the entire Caribbean. So, it's time to enjoy. Or get a completely muted section. You never know. You might have a completely muted section for this. People Sugar, let's go.
Sugar band. Yes, we coming from the sugar land.
Alright then, let's get right into it. The number 1 song on this list is obviously going to be Ting Lang. And obviously, this isn't the definitive list, if you want to put it like that. I think Ting Lang is way better than previous songs, if I'm going to be honest. I think Ting Lang was a standout. It was very clear to me what number 5 and number 1 on this list were going to be from the get-go. From the moment I made, and I just like, oh yeah, Ting Lang is definitely going to be number 1. This song is sweet till 2020. You know, I'll still be playing that. Yeah. It played at my wedding, for crying out loud. 2024. So, yeah. Lot of things. This song's good, and I like it a lot. I also have a problem with how boosting the song is, but it is what it is. It's a boosting song. But on another quick tangent, I hope it's a quick tangent, Nu Vybes does deserve more than 5 road match songs. If it was up to me, Nu Vybes would be at least 8, possibly 9 road match titles right now. And that may not seem like a lot more considering they haven't gotten it in 20 years, but 4 titles in 20 years is decent. It's pretty good, if I'm being honest. Because I'm still somewhat upset that Rock and Come In did not win road match, and that was very much, it should have won. It wasn't a competition. It really wasn't a competition. The competition was between Rock and Come In and Chip on Them, and I'm sorry to say, and it's going to sound incredibly rude, but back then, I could predict the road match in the worst and most disgusting way. And that's how I knew that it wasn't going to win. That's how I knew Nu Vybes came out with such, they had the 2 most popular songs. I think Chip on Them is amazing. I think Chip on Them is one of Grandmaster's best songs. I think that song is incredible. And the fact that Rock and Come In come out, and Boss Lady come out, and they were more popular, that's impressive. I ain't gonna throw it out, that's impressive. Cause Chip on Them is a monster. That song was a monster. And that song is why Nu Vybes did not win road match. Yeah. Chip on Them being a monster is why Nu Vybes didn't win road match, and that's also why Small X has all of these titles. Because you know what my prediction was? If every other band, or if one other band besides, Small X, we're including them. So if Collision, Masters, or Nu Vybes, if 2 of them there, 2 or 3 of them they sound good, Small X is going to win the road match. I need you to look back at Wymium, how Wacky Chef beat Warrior. Wacky Chef beat Warrior because Nu Vybes and Collision weren't saying anything. So Grandmasters was able to have all of the people who normally be distributing points, how they feel, giving points to different bands. They were all giving their points to Grandmasters. And the regular Small Acts people were giving points to Small Acts, and Grandmasters managed to win out because of that. On the other hand, when it comes to, this year, it was just too many. It was too many. All the bands them sounded good except for Small Acts, so Small Acts won. That's just unfortunate that it was. And you could also look at, we could talk about area code as well. And we could say the same thing to some degree, but that was the criteria that, again, I don't feel like Nu Vybes is very strong on the road when it comes to performances. And the crowd is so big that a lot of the time that they don't move. So it looks very bad for participation as well, which really hurts them. The crowd side definitely hurt them with that criteria. The old criteria, the crowd side never hurt y'all. This was the criteria that the crowd side actually hurt y'all on. So, yeah. Especially, you could have seen him with Ken and Dabby too. Whew. Y'all weren't moving, and that was so disappointing. That song was so good. But anyway, Tangent finish. Ting Lang. Didn't like how boasting this song was, but I will always say that, yeah, this song was definitely a road match. Or at least I'd say that if Grandmasters actually pushed Bada Bada, because Bada Bada was popular as hell, but hey, you get your number 5, it's your number 1 on this list, and honestly, it's still very, very sweet in 2025. Ting Lang!
Yes, I told you long time ago. You can't try nothing, sugar back up, control them off too, that was no pie. Yes, big enough Miami, my soul. Long time, yeah, bitch. Orlando, Master. New York.
Every year when Carnival come round. Honestly, I want to thank you all so very much for watching. I enjoyed making this, even if I know that a lot of Nu Vybes fans are probably like, this is my pastor's fighting all that nonsense. I like Nu Vybes. I like all the SK bands. I have issues with the members of each band, if I'm being honest, but it is what it is. Like, if I go down the list, I can go down the list real quick, if you want me to run it down. I'm not going to make this a full video, and it is definitely taking away from, the celebration and such, but Mention's ego is a problem, Chubby's ego is a problem, Ruckus has been screaming way too much lately, it's really getting annoying at this point. What else? Small Acts, I don't even know what else to really go with that. Mr. World, just hand the mic to Ras Kelly, please. I guess I'll leave it at that. Okay, so yeah. I want to thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. There's still a few more Sugar Mass videos that I want to get out. I want to apologize for this one taking so long to come out, especially because I have been very much procrastinating. I definitely have not been streaming lately because I needed to take some time out to recuperate, and I'm still on this recuperation phase, and I'm starting to get back into it with this. So this is the first thing I'm doing since my break started, and I'm gonna take at least one more week. I'm gonna try to get ahead and get all of these Sugar Mass, at least the audios, recorded, and then I can probably focus on actually editing them all and getting them out one after the other after the other. It's not too many left, if I'm being honest. I feel like it's just this and the road match one, and I think I wanted to do a prediction before the songs came out, but considering the date, that's gonna be hard because everybody's gonna drop their songs within the next 11 days, so yeah. Anyway, I want to thank y'all so very much for watching. Nu Vybes, I'm rooting for y'all. I would love if y'all win road match this year. I still want my band win, don't get me wrong, I want Masters win road match. In fact, I am fine with Grandmasters or Nu Vybes winning road match, or Upset Squad, or ASAP Band. Anybody else could sit down. And yes, that includes Collision. And Collision chatting them songs, I'm kind of worried about that, but Collision could sit down. Small Acts could sit down for the next 15 years. And I'm not even kidding about that. They could sit down for the next 15 years. I don't want the Smallest win the road match for a very long time. After the shenanigans of the 2010s, they don't deserve it for a very long time. But yes, I would love to see Nu Vybes or Masters win road matches. That would make me very happy. But Collision sound good, so I can't hold them out. And ASAP got a strong chance. You know, hey, maybe. Upset Squad Mania not from there, but I want them to do something, guys. Cowbell come out at the wrong time. Cowbell versus Outsider Young was so unfair for poor Cowbell. But if Cowbell had come out there another year, with a licky eye a little bit, alright then. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace!